So the big news this month is that our Crowdfunder has gone live. So it's really exciting. It's also nail-biting too. But we have already reached our 45% of the target we set. So we're really, really chuffed. The Devon Environment Foundation and the Aviva Community Fund are triple match funding at the moment. So every pound that the project attracts from you generous people, they are contributing. So that's what's helped us get to this 45% of the target situation really quite rapidly. But there's a long way to go. So to help with that, we've added loads of amazing rewards. Anything from rum tasting to fantastic journeys and voyages on board Dolphin when it's up and running next summer. Wildlife trips with food and wildlife experts on board, ornithologists, that sort of thing. So please do have a look on the Crowdfunder site at the rewards to see if there's anything there that tickles your fancy. So the reason why we've had to strip the boat completely back to its original timbers, so you've got the pitch pine planking on the outside, the clinker planking, and you've got this beautiful oak framing on the inside, which is a traditional method of building. But unless you take it right back to the bare planks, you can't really see what you're dealing with, and it's really important with a project like this to make sure that you go from the keel up and get it right. A lot of work has gone into removing this back cupboard area. We still have the shelf to take off, which is going to take a bit of grunt, but this all needed to come out so the boat builders can check the main supporting timbers. And the other big development this month has been the removal of the bilge keels. Now, sorry to teach you to suck eggs, but bilge keels are basically additional keels that run parallel to the main keel of the boat, and they help with stability and when it's at sea, but also when it's ashore, when it dries out, when the tide goes out, it also to be put up on the dry land. But they're off, and that's awesome. So now we can start, that process of either rebuilding them or looking at another option for the bilge keels. So a big part of the shelving back here was all built around the rudder mechanism. So it's a big old rudder, but it also had an auxiliary steering mechanism. So if the rudder lines broke from the wheelhouse, you could then put a bar on the back of it and steer from the stern here, which is a great idea. Maybe we will do that again. But the rudder's now been scraped off of barnacles and paint. It's looking pretty good. It's a beautiful piece of timber, but the jury's out on whether we can still reuse it, but we'll hope to. Looking ahead to October, we've got lots of plans. So the main focus, of course, is getting the Crowdfunder to go ballistic and get us up to that target, hopefully. And to do that, guys, it will be amazing if you can really, really help by sharing it and obviously contributing whatever you can. We're very grateful, but sharing it loud and proud as far as you can really does help. Other things we need to do in October are we need to take away every single fixture and fitting that's still in here and connect it to the hull. So all these old fittings, all this electrical wiring needs to come out. We'll take the rest of the prop shaft out. We're going to clean up the engine mounts because we're still not entirely sure how we're going to mount the new electric motor. But basically the boat builders need to be able to see everything they can. And we'll also start paint stripping sections to test our new sort of eco-friendly solvent-free paint stripper. So we're still having volunteer days. There's always room for more volunteers, so don't be shy. Give us a call, we'll get you involved if we can. And we're also excitingly, we're going to a sort of marine decarbonisation show that's hosted by South Hams District Council at Nos on Dart on the River Dart, which is on the 18th of October, which is going to be really informative. We'll get to meet loads of suppliers, experts on solar, electric, and the marine industry and the electrification of it. So that's going to be fantastic. And the Crowdfunder finishes pretty much at the end of October. So that's the time we've got left to try and get to that target and even beyond if we can. Thank you.